Hey you guys, if you already can't tell by the thumbnail and that title, this video is going to be a starter makeup kit for all the girls who are trying to learn a makeup, who are trying to learn how to do their makeup but they don't really know what to get or where to start. This video is going to help you. So the first thing I feel like you should get for your makeup starter kit is face moisturizer. Your face needs to be moisturized doing your makeup. You don't want no dry skin and you just packing product on top of product on top of product on it. No, the way to a flawless makeup look is you have to have a good base foundation, which is your primer and your moisturizer. Have your face moisturized. The face moisturizer I use is Cetaphil Sensitive Skin Face Moisturizer. After you get that, then you're gonna go and get you some primer. Now we put primer on our face to put a barrier between our natural skin and the makeup products. Honestly, y'all, we use a lot of makeup when we doing our makeup, and it has a lot of different ingredients in each makeup product that we use. Of course, you just want to make sure that your skin stays healthy. You want to make sure your skin's not breaking out, it's not getting rashes, it's not burning, irritating. You just want to make sure it's the same as it always has been. Primer I use is e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. That is a good primer, and it's a cheap primer. You get that from Dollar General, Family Dollar, CVS, your local hair store, drugstore. So that's just something simple and cheap that you can use. If y'all could hear something in the back, that's Casey. She's eating her own. The next thing you want to get is a contour stick. Honestly, I love a good contour stick. Y'all already know that though. A contour stick is to create shadow on your face and contour your face to give you a snatched look in a way. You always want your contour stick to be 2 to 3 shades darker than you. You do not want it the same shade as your skin complexion, because if you do, then there's really no point in using it. Now the contour stick I have fell in love with is from Fenty Beauty, Ebony, in the shade 6. I love that contour stick down. Y'all have seen me use it in countless videos, but it was a little bit on the pricey side, I want to say. So for the beginners, we're going to start off with the NYX contour slash highlighter stick. That's what I started off using. Also, I would recommend for any new beginner makeup girly or boys, get the cream makeup products. Do not get the liquid makeup products. I just feel like the liquid is just a ugh. It's not ugly, but you really got to know what you're doing. So I would say when you first start off, get cream products of everything. Next is some blush. Blush is just to add some color, some pop, some pizzazz to your face. Now blush is something that you really don't need, but I feel like once you use blush for the first time and you use it right, then you're gonna instantly fall in love with it. I am in love with blush. I love blush down. I would just put blush on my face, mascara, and go about my day. That's how much I love blush. I use all different types of blush, but blush is cheap. I have never ran into no expensive blush. Most of my blushes are from the e.l.f. brand. They're just probably $8, but if you do want some cheaper blush, then I would say get some Essence blush, and they are just $4 or $5. So there is a cheaper way that you can go to it. You can get any color of blush that you want. It doesn't have to be a specific shade or a specific color. Just get what you think look good. Next is concealer. You got to have you some concealer. It's self-explanatory. You're not doing a makeup if you put no concealer on. Let's just be honest. Once you get your concealer, make sure that it matches your skin complexion, your skin tone, your undertone, everything of that nature. If you go to Sephora or Ulta and they do a shade match with you, step outside and see if it matches your skin tone outside as it does in the store, because their lights are so good in the store, not gonna lie, but it can sometimes not be accurate. So if you get shade match in the store and then it looks like perfect, but if you go outside and it's not looking like perfect, it's looking like, I don't know, maybe this a little too orange or a little too off of me. So make sure if you do get shade match in the store, you go outside to check it. The lighting is completely different. But some cheap concealer is e.l.f. their concealer, the NYS concealer. I never tried the NYS concealer, but I know is on the cheap side. The concealer that I have tried Fenty concealer, NARS concealer, Morphe concealer, Tarte concealer. I've tried a lot of concealers, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I have tried a whole variety of. My favorite concealer is probably the Morphe concealer. That's my favorite concealer of all time. And concealers are not cheap. Them things are expensive. Then get you an eyebrow pencil. Honestly, eyebrow pencil is probably the cheapest thing that you get when starting off doing your makeup. You can get that from anywhere, literally. I use the Ruby Kiss eyebrow pencil in the shade Black Brown, and that's it. Next is setting powder. When it comes to setting powder, I would say it took me a little minute to actually learn how to use it and figure it out. You need setting powder to set your makeup in place. You don't want your makeup to get patchy or just to not be running all over the place. You would set your setting powder and wherever you put your concealer at, which is probably going to be on your forehead, bridge of your nose, up under your eyes, your chin, and maybe above your top lip. Maybe sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. But you most definitely do want to get you some setting powder. I use the loose setting powder. I have a couple different setting powders. I have Black Radiant setting powder, I have NYX setting powder, I have Fit Me setting powder. I have a couple different setting powders because it really depends on how to move and how I want my makeup to turn out. But you do want your setting powder to match your skin tone or your skin complexion. Now you can get your setting powder a shade or two lighter than you, especially if you want the bright under eye look or anything of that nature. I'm gonna give y'all another tip real quick. After you do your makeup, after you completely doing everything, after you put your setting spray on, set your face again with just a tiny bit of setting powder and your face will be chef kiss. You want to get you some setting spray just to hold the makeup all in together. The setting powder I use is a Milan setting powder. It gets you some setting spray. That should be like your final step once it comes to your makeup. You just spray all over and set your face. Next, you're going to need some brushes. How else are you going to blend out your makeup? You can't be using your fingers. So just get you some brushes. The brushes that I like to use are the RT brushes. Them are some good brushes and they're not expensive. You can get like, I think 4 brushes with a sponge, setting powder sponge, a powder puff for just like $24, $25, which that's not bad when it comes to makeup. So I would say definitely look into some RT brushes. Next, you would need some sponges and powder puff sponges. Powder puff sponges are used to help you set your face. So when you're using setting powder, sponges are just to help blend in the makeup. I use both. I use everything that I'm listing for you guys in this video. I use every time I do my makeup. So everything that I have listed is what you guys will need to start off your makeup journey. And do not go into no Ulta or Sephora and get the most expensive item that you could find. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. That is not acceptable. We will not be doing that. Get you something affordable. I feel like when you first starting out doing your makeup, you shouldn't be buying no product that's over $15, honestly, because makeup is something that it takes time and years to learn how to do your makeup, and you don't want to go and get some expensive product and you just don't know what to do with it. So no ma'am, start off with the cheaper values. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you get notified. And you know this, man, without further ado, peace.